Hello and welcome back to EVE Online, and today we're in this ship, this very big ship, the Industrial Command ship, the Orca. Now normally on the channel, as many of you will know, we're out in little ships having fun and making profit here, there and everywhere. Here we're in a Whopper, one of the high-sec endgame ships. Now this one is hull tanked to 121,500 hit points of lovely big hull, thanks to the transverse bulkheads in the rig slots and the reinforced bulkheads in the lows, and then the damage control too, which adds on 40% resistances to the hull, giving us 60% resistances across the board. 375,000 EHP. Also we got the adaptive invulnerability field survey scanner, obviously so we can look at what's on the mining belts. We've got an afterburner. It's never going to make this a very speedy ship. Now we do mine in low sec quite a lot, so there is a disruptor just in case somebody wants to come and have a sniff around and I might want to grab them. And there's also a sensor booster too, because without that the Orca locks so slowly, most of the stuff that might land on grid you might want to have a play with will go away long before you've locked it. Got a couple of Nosferatus up in the high slots. They've got no real relevance to mining, they're just left in there. We've got the mining form and burst ×2 running 2 different charges, and we've got the shield command burst also up there running the shield extension charges. The information command burst is turned off because you can only have 3 active on an Orca at a time, but 3 is plenty, let me tell you. Down here in the cargo hold we've got a little selection of things that makes this a very multi-purpose Orca. We've got the scripts and charges for the likes of the sensor booster and the mining foremans. We've got some more tackle in case we're in different scenarios. Saves a bit of messing about to have it all handy. Over here we've got another mining foreman burst. We could run all 3 if we wanted to, so we'd have one making the mining lasers on our fleet mates go faster, one giving them a higher range, and one wearing their mining crystals slower. They're the 3 bursts, boosts as it were, that you can produce with an Orca for your mining fleet. In the 200 cubic meter drone bay we've got a fine selection, lots of medium drones. I found them very handy in the Orca. Some light drones of course if we need to get rid of little ships, some ECM drones in case we need to run away, and some mining drones to do a little bit of mining with. But bear in mind the Orca is the mining command ship, it's really a force multiplier for the mining fleet. Does a little bit of mining itself. You can make it mine better. You can put in the drone mining augmenter rigs. They increase the mining yield of your mining drones by 10%. They're very expensive if you go for the Tech 2 ones. They'll boost you by 15%. I know the market prices are a little bit janky on my screens here because I'm in the boonies as far as the market's concerned. But you kind of get the point. You higher minders looking at my fit and crying, yeah, I know. But that's not all this Orca's used for, as you will be seeing. You could also put a drone navigation computer in the mid slots, so your drones got back and forth between the rocks and the Orca quicker, which is quite a big influence on their efficiency. Now we've got a selection of holds. That's the general cargo hold, we've seen that. We've got the ore hold. Now here, first we're going to look at the fleet hangar, which has accesses switched on for corp mates and fleet members. Now any member of the fleet or corp can use this out in space to put stuff in and take stuff out. This is where they can drop in their ore, maybe keep some modules for the fitting facility, which we'll demonstrate later. But you just simply drag stuff in and out of there. We've got the ore hold here, which is a separate bay in itself, giving the Orca a full capacity of about 135,000 cubic meters. And as we'll see, we can shift in space the ore that's dropped in the fleet hangar. We can move to the cargo hold or the ore hold until we're full. We can manage our space quite nicely. And now we're going to put this coveter up into the ship maintenance bay. Now you can put fitted ships in that maintenance bay, but they can only contain charges and ammo. So as you can see there, I cannot store a ship because it's got modules in it in the form of these 2 strip miner ones, which are there in case we find ore. Well, I've got the crystals handy for. And there you go, we've got one coveter inside the Orca, ready to be deployed as and when required. And as you can see, we could fit 2 retrievers or coveters in the Orca at a time. Recura's a little bit smaller, but I think you can actually fit 2 in. Right, the whole bonuses, these tell their story. The top ones are the industrial command ship bonuses, so you get this bonus per level of that skill. So we get a 5% bonus to ship, cargo and ore hold capacity, which is great. We get a 3% bonus to our mining foreman bursts and 1% bonus to shield command burst, effect strength and duration, which is good. 10% bonus to drone hit points, damage and ore mining yield, and a 10% reduction to drone ice harvesting cycle time. Then we move on to the roll bonuses. So this is just for the hull itself. 100% bonus to drone ore mining yield, a 25% reduction to drone ice harvesting cycle time, 100% bonus to drone damage on top of the bonus for the skill above, 400% bonus to remote shield booster, optimal range, which again saves your fleet staying too close to you to get some reps if that's the way you're going to play with your fleet. And then we've got a 90% reduction in jump fatigue, which is really how much cap and stuff you're using when you're warping around system to system. 50% bonus to command and mining foreman burst area of effects. That's very good indeed. 250% bonus to tractor beam range. 100% to the velocity. That's really to pull in the jet cans that are going to be dropped perhaps by your buddies in the barges as they fill up their ore holds. And then the last bonus there was the range bonus on the survey scanner, so you can keep an eye on where the best rocks are. Now I'm warping out to our friend Crankbot here, who has gone and scouted out a belt in a venture or any fast ship. This is how we go and find a kind of a random mining point. Send somebody out in a nimble ship, not one of the barges, and definitely not the Orca to do the scouting. And now we've got a nice little spot found. We're going to walk to him with the Orca and start the mining op. I'm actually warping to him at 10 kilometers so I don't land the Orca right in amongst the asteroids, because it can get a bit clanky in there. You'll see how long it takes the Orca to get into warp. We'll try to do what we can to address that later on. When you're warping away from a station, there's not really an awful lot you can do about it. Just tidying up my drones over there. Right, this Alt Pine Ridge Raider, I'm going to say the day I'm narrating this, you've not seen him in a video before. This is the day before his 9th birthday. He's my oldest existing Alt, a remnant of my first 4 years as a complete high-sec Care Bear before I rolled up a new character on the same account because I couldn't afford another one. Went into low-sec, got killed and never looked back. Crankbot here is a secondary character on one of my other accounts. He can mine in a barge, he can drive a truck, and he can do PI, which is what those extra character slots are for, really. Once you get your character settled down, have a think about what to do with them. But anyway, seriously, I played about 4 years. I left high sec once, I think, kind of by accident, and it was great times. I met some great people that I still know in the game and in real life back then. But we took about a year's break from the game, and when I say we, I'm talking about my son and I. And my son turned 18 on Boxing Day a couple of days ago. And he's played since he was 9. Back in the day, things were very different, and you had to have Iteron. To fly an Iteron 5, you had to have Galante Industrial 5, and that was kind of my first job, was the big truck driver, because mining involved a lot of jet cans back then. Things were quite different, but I won't reminisce too much. Anyway, as you can see, we've landed on the belt with our mate Crankbot. I'm going to put my mining drones out. I'm going to find myself arbitrarily pick that rich Plagiocase. You want to be quite close to the asteroid that your drones are mining, just to cut down their travel time between the rock and yourself to drop off the ore. But apart from that, that's it. Once they're targeted up there on the asteroid, they are off and running, and then we can get on with the other parts of our job. I'm going to get myself aligned back to where I'm going to run to or head back off to. Always worth doing early on. You could keep yourself moving if you're a little bit nervous at a very low speed. But I think pointing yourself in the right direction is a very basic and primary precaution that everyone should take now. Back with Crankbot, and we're not running the boost, so his mining lasers have got a range of 16 kilometers and they're yielding 195 cubic meters every 60 seconds. And we got 1882 hit points of shield. So we'll skip back to the Orca and turn on the boosts. Orca boosts are the most beautiful ones. They've got a 27 kilometer effective range, by the way, and do note they do affect yourself as well, so the Orca's now getting that shield hit point boost too. There you go. Now back on the venture, he's getting the effects read up there. That translates into a 25 kilometer range and a cycle time of 47.2 seconds, and we've got just over 2,000 hit points. Obviously it's a venture, so it's not a huge boost, but every little helps. Right, so if we right click over on Pines Orca over there on the overview, we can go into the fitting service, and this works exactly like it would if you adopt. I've got some bits in the cargo hold that switch out the survey scanner for a scrambler. Oops, no, we mustn't be allowed to do that. We're not 5,000 meters away. You do have to get in a little bit close to the Orca to do this. 5,000 meters, not a long way at all. So we're just going to get in a little bit closer. Got some nice bursts. I want to get some nice screenshots if I can. And it looks like I've exactly missed the opportunity there, but not to worry. Control F9 is what you use there to take everything off the screen. Very good for screenshots. Anyway, you can see the Venture now cruising in towards me. Crankbot is within the 5,000 meter required range. So let's switch over to him and try that again, shall we? But that's alright, it's barely an inconvenience. We're going to do that again back in the fitting screen just to show you that it really does work. Take off the survey scanner, put on the scrambler. Easy as that, and you can all use this at once. There's not like a queue to use the fitting service or anything silly like that. And yeah, we'll put him back into mining mode. But if you want to make your fits a little bit more versatile, especially in wormholes where a little bit of jiggling about can be quite useful, Orca in a wormhole is a very good thing to have, even if it can attract a little bit of unwanted attention. But same with the Azure Plagioglace we have got here. I'm trying to put it up there, which is the wrong box completely. I need to drag it over there into the Orca's fleet hangar. As I explained, we can put what we want in and out of there. And then it's down to the Orca pilot to do his admin. We can take it back out. Nothing gets locked in there. I've opened up two windows there, a little bit unnecessarily, but there you go. Just make it clearer. One was the Venture, one was the Orca. And it doesn't just apply to the likes of Orca. You can put modules in and out there, ammo in and out of there, willy-nilly to your heart's content all day long. But now we want to get down to some serious mining. So we open the ship maintenance bay, we right click on the ship, and we literally just say board ship from bay. And we click on there, and as you can see, the cover pops out on the overview. We've switched in, the Venture's gone into the Orca. We are now in the coverter, and there's no delay to using this ship, locking, moving, whatever. And that can be applied to different ships in various ways, which is handy. So we'll just get some asteroids locked up and get to some mining. More boosts incoming, beautiful. And we've got the right crystals in the right place at the right time for the right rock, which is very good going for me, I can tell you. Anyway, let's get back over to the Orca and see what's going on there. So we now have in the fleet hangar, we've got that Azure Plagioglace that we can move into the ore hangar, or we can move it from the ore hangar into the cargo hangar hold. Yeah, and just use the space as we need to, really. Fleet hangar's still got the module in. Look, we left in there from the little Venture. The Venture's still in there, and we can just duly admin to our heart's content. It really is the fleet control ship. It's not here to actually mine itself. It does mine, obviously. It's got a yield, and that can be boosted, as we've seen. The more money you throw at a fit, the more tiny last percent you get. But its main job is to boost the rest of the fleet, pick up the ore, maximise the time they're on the belt. There's a screenshot there. And something to mull over in your head is the fact that there's no delay between how many pilots can switch ships like that using the Orca at once. And you can fit a variety of ships in there, the capacity being your only limitation. We'll get back to that later. So we're going to now just tidy up. We've finished our mining up, very easy. Crankbot can switch back to his Venture, go off and do a bit more recon or whatever he wants to get up to. And we can take all of the ore back to our mining operation HQ. And that is basically the Orca's role. But anyway, it's not all work. Orcas and Orca pilots need some fun too. And we're off to a party. But he wanted to get there quite quickly. So we brought a friend with us, Miss Lazy, who you can see we're in a duel with. That's very important to what we're about to show you. Be in a duel in high sec to do this. I did forget to mention, when you activate the boosts on the Orca, you get a 1 minute weapons timer, which means you can't use a gate and you can't dock. Not really an issue, but if you think you're going to need to make a move, stop the boosts running sooner rather than later. Anyway, I am going into warp. You can see what a mind-numbingly slow process that is in the Orca. As soon as Miss Lacey comes through the gate, decloaks, locks us and gets her web on us, we will be away. This is how you boost yourself, really, inter-system travel with your Orca. You can even keep a little frigate in the ship maintenance hangar for this very purpose. Just have a couple of webs on it, and then you can drag any mate in to do this for you. You can see how quickly that bar filled up, and we're off. Now we've landed on random low sec belt in the Orca, and I'm setting myself up to mine, because all I want to do out here right now is look like your average miner. And yeah, for you guys that mine, look how quickly this guy gets on me. I'm setting up my little mining overview, getting me drones out, choosing where I'm going to go, blah blah blah. Barely done the most basic admin. Bear in mind I do want to get caught, so I'm not really checking my D-scan. I'm not worried about threats. I want there to be threats. Look, I've already got, before I've even noticed he's on grid, I've already been pointed by a Loki. And I've actually put 2 disruptors of mine on the asteroid because I forgot I was mining. However, this guy's playing it very well. He's obviously got a faction warp disruptor on there. He's staying at range. I could possibly put me sensor boosters on there, overheat me scramblers, and also switch on the skirmish command burst, which is running the charge, which will boost everybody in the fleet, including my tackle range. But it's best that I don't, because if I actually got a point on him now at that range, he could easily get out of that point and run away. He's going to know I'm bait as soon as I get a tackle on him, so it's probably for the best. I'm fighting him, but that's kind of what a normal Orca pilot might do. I'm stuck here anyway. And you will see me doing a little bit of drone rotation. I'm losing some drones. I'm trying to keep on top of it. I learned from this. The first time I've used this fit, and it's really just designed to catch as many people on grid as possible. There are certainly variations. You can put webs in here. You can put other bits and pieces. Very fit for different scenarios. But for what we were aiming for, all we needed to do was for me to keep as many things on grid as possible. So far it's just the one. He's got some drones out. I'm not really worried about them. They really are nibbling away at my Orca. Light drones. My hammerheads are doing okay. They're nibbling away. I'm not here to kill him myself. I just don't want to die too quickly. Now he's getting through my shield. He may be getting excited now, thinking I'm basically well on the way to dying. But I'm not, because I've got that mega hull tank, remember. But he's doing the sensible thing. Respect to him. He's keeping at range. Not overcommitting himself at this stage. And if you're a low sec dweller, which this guy obviously is, you know bait is definitely a thing, and a lone Orca could be an easy kill, could be a mad miner, or it could be bait. So it's always best to play it easy. He's doing that. So he's staying on me. He's pulled his drone, so I'm not sure if he's going to leg it. I don't want him to. I'm finally going to unlock the asteroid. I don't really care about that anymore, do I? And I'm thinking maybe we've missed the chance. But no, Vedmak's coming in, and the Vedmak seems to have warped pretty much to 0 on the belt, because he's coming nice and close. So I'm going to get locking up on him as quick as I can. I'm going to get the scrams on him. I should have also switched on my sensor booster straight away. I do think to do so in a moment. That's going to get him locked up by me much quicker. That's basically what it's there for. It's running the scan resolution script, which increases lock speed basically. So now we've got the Vedmak in. I've got him tackled. I'm going to move my drones over onto him. I've also got a newt on him. It's probably not doing any newting. Obviously you only actually newt when your capacitor is down to a certain level, but we'll leave it running. It's freaking him out a little bit, we hope. So we've got him in, and the Vedmak's put out a mixed flight of medium and light drones on us. So a bit more DPS coming in on us, but we're tanking. Look how slowly our whole marker bar is going down. We're doing very nicely so far. Certainly going to be here for a wee while yet. Maybe we'll bring in some more people to try and kill me. Maybe we won't. Who knows? It's just one of those roll of the dice things, but low sec mucking about. And so are mind games, and I'm kind of letting them eat into my drones a little bit in this little section of the fight. I've still got some spares. I definitely need to carry more mediums in this for this mission. But let them think they're getting me down. I'm kind of running out of stuff, and they might get a little bit more hopeful. But just my armor, sorry, my structure is there. It's holding very nicely. Now we're going to chuck out a couple more drones and let them go. Oh my god, no, he's got more. We're actually making a bit of an impact on the Vedmak, which I'm very pleased to say in our mining ship. But with the hull and skill bonuses, we're getting 140% drone damage bonus. So brilliant. Yeah, there you go. It's in effect. So we're letting this go on. I'm not really getting too far into structure. I'm at about 72, 73%. But how long do we say? You actually see on the overview now, a Proteus has decloaked and popped a cyno, and here come my buddies. Now, for what's actually on grid, the Proteus has gone. Well done you, mate. See, he played it wise. Respect to that guy. And the Vedmak, he's in here fighting it. Probably regretting coming in so close. Maybe that's something to do with his fit. I don't know. But he's now locked down here. He's going to go down. It's happened to me. It happens to you. They're the first people in local to GF us. So total respect. This is typical low sec. These aren't the droids we were looking for whatsoever. But we got a fight. They took the fight. They came and hunted me. They wanted the easy Orca kill. Didn't quite work out for them this time because they're mates, you know. And once those mates get locked up and start firing, then the Vedmak is going to melt, especially once he's in hold. There you go. Kaboom. Off you go. Very good fight, guys. That is how you can use your Orca for baiting. We were after bigger prey. There's the kill. It was about half bill. Respect. I got top damage 38% in my mining command ship. Hurrah. And look at the state of this poor pounded Orca. It's earned itself a biscuit. The repair quote is just shy of 70 million repair quote. Worth every penny. Not that I'm going to pay it. I'll get me reps elsewhere. Thank you very much. Anyway, into the third and final section of our video, Orca ganks. Well, obviously an Orca itself can't gank, but it can certainly act as the gank mothership. Now, here we have Crankbot back on stooge duty. He is just orbiting an asteroid mining as any miner might. We'd only launch a suicide gank in general high sec if we could bounce a ship off you and you don't react. You're that AFK, because I think AFK mining is just a little bit rude and you shouldn't really do it, and if you do, you're taking the risk of a gank. Anyway, we also do have high sec mining assets. This is a 0.5 system. We've got those assets to defend. People come in and nick off them. Some of them are just rude, basically, so you might get an Orca in your face. Crankbot is orbiting. Yepfar Nartepa is out in a venture, doing a bit of mining. He's actually dropping cargo containers, just, you know, whatever. He switched there to the catalyst as Crankbot comes close on his orbit. Let them come close to you in their orbit. He's in the catalyst. He's straight down on that pesky, nasty, naughty venture, which is going to absolutely melt. You can actually hear his alarms going off in the video because I'm twin screening him, obviously. But he's being AFK, what can I say? Now the catalyst is still there. In a 0.5 system, we've got 19 seconds before they're going to get it. They're not on my overview because it gives me so much clutter around gates to have the NPCs and police on my overview. But you can see them on the screen on grid. And he's already in his capsule. But the main thing is the Orca has been ignored by Concord. But you must not have any of your boosts running when you launch the gank. We will try that out on the test server just to confirm, and I'll let you know later, but I'm sure that's the case. Don't have your booster on. Anyway, I'll cut some other footage here. This is us clearing the sentry towers on an ordinary gas site in preparation for a Fleet Corp mining gas sucking operation, which you'll be seeing more of soon. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the Orca video. I hope you realise that every ship in this game can be messed with and played about with and had fun with, and they're not just really there to sit and do one job. Depends on your mood. Have a bit of fun. That's what this game is all about, is finding your way of having fun in it, and the ships that you enjoy flying and doing it that way. So leave us a like, leave us a comment. Any feedback or suggestions are welcome. Subscribe if you want to stay in touch and click that notification bell. Apparently that's quite important. And yeah, just go for it. Your New Year's resolution is to go out into Eve and be very brave. Remember, Eving is mostly just believing. And for now, fly safe, take care, and goodbye.